hello, 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 hello.
Okay, good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to all the participants who've come from different parts of Uttar Pradesh as well as from different states of India. Welcome to the symposium, one-day symposium on career development in biology and biomedical research, followed by a FACS workshop, which is jointly organized by CDRI and TETC. This is a very important event because this marks the 25th anniversary of Indo-US flow cytometry workshops. To begin the program, I request Dr. Nabadev Chattopadhyay, Chief Scientist at CDRI, Dr. Rekha Gaur, Organizing Chairperson of Indo-US Committee, Dr. Hemant Agarwal, Organizing Secretary of Indo-US Committee, and Dr. Meghang Shivastav, the Organizing Secretary of this event, to come up on the stage and to light the lamp. I request Dr. Arvinder Singh to please come up on the stage to light the lamp. I request dignitaries to please take their seat on the dais. On the behalf of CDRI family, I request the organizing secretary, Dr. Mrigang Srivastav, to present the bouquet of flowers to all our guests. Dr. Nabeta Chattopadhyay. Dr. Rekha Gaur. Dr. Hemant Agarwal. So both of them have a long association from Germany. A long collaboration, I would say. Okay. To just apprise the audience about this long-standing collaboration, not between Mrigang and Hemant, but long-standing collaboration between India and US for the flow cytometry workshops. This was started by Professor Avtar Singh in collaboration with Dr. Ranbir Sonti and Dr. Arvinder Singh, and he's gracing the occasion, and he's in the audience. We thank you for coming, sir. These workshops, yes, sir. And I just overheard the conversation between Dr. Arvinder Singh and Abede that he has a long-standing association with CDRI as well. And yeah, he was telling his journey, which was very interesting, carrying mice in the train during those times and doing all the experiments overnight. So it's a good learning for the students also to learn from the experiences of, our veterans. So these workshops were started with the vision of bringing national and international experts to the same platform so that the concepts of flow cytometry could be applied not only in biomedical research, but also clinical diagnostics. Looking at the increasing demand and requirement of flow cytometry in educational programs, Professor Avtar Krishan is a visionary and the father of flow cytometry education in India, decided to form a non-profit organization which is called TETC, Trust for Education and Training in Cytometry. This was initiated in 2018. And the responsibility of the same was given to Dr. Rekha Gaur, who's on the stage, who has been associated with these workshops since 2002. Dr. Rekha Gaur is currently managing trustee of TETC and plays a very instrumental role in connecting TETC with the flow cytometry community. And she organizes flow cytometry workshops, not only in India, but also in neighboring countries. TETC has three co-founders, Dr. Arvinder Singh, who's in the audience, Dr. Rekha Gaur, Dr. P.N. Razdan, and the managing officer is Dr. Hemant Agarwal, who's on the stage. In the FACS workshop, we will be also joined by Dr. Rui Gardner, who's the flow cytometry head from Sloan Kettering Cancer Institute, New York. Dr. Derek Davis, who's from Francis Crick Institute, London, and Carola Gorina, who is head of Flowtech. So to begin the program, I would like to briefly tell you about Dr. Rekha Gaur and Dr. Hemant Agarwal. They have played a very instrumental role in the community education along with Dr. Arvinder Singh. So Dr. Rekha Gaur graduated in chemistry from Mumbai University in 1991 and got her diploma in medical laboratory technology. She has been associated with flow cytometry facility at the Cancer Institute at ATRAC, at Tata Memorial Center, Mumbai, for last 25 years. At ATRAC, she was involved in flow cytometry training for the scientists as well as for students, and therein she initiated these trainings for other institutes as well. She has been actively associated with these Indo-US cytometry workshops since 2002. The first one was conducted at Chandigarh, and I think Dr. Arvinder Singh would have also participated as a very important role in these conferences. She is an executive member of the Cytometry Society of India, and she's expanding and strengthening this facility in India by raising funds and by conducting training programs. And she plays a key role in assisting and connecting flow cytometry community to organize flow cytometry workshops in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka. She opted for voluntary retirement, but her commitment continues. As you can see that she's here and she would be interacting with all of you in these 3 days of the workshop. Recently, she's been appointed as the advisory member of Biotechnology Society of Nepal and Flow Cytometry Solutions Private Limited, India. And she's expanding her wings, and she serves as a committee member for International Society of Advancement of Cytometry Instruments for Science. It's a task force society. And with this, I would now like to invite Dr. Rekha Gaur to address the audience.
Namaste everyone, and thank you for such a brief but lengthy introduction. This is what it is. If I say Rekha Gaur, this is flow cytometry. That's the only thing I know basically when it comes to my professional profile. Early morning we are here together for this one-day symposium. So I have been telling this in each workshop. तो यहाँ पे भी शुरू करूँगी. मुस्कुराइए आप लखनऊ में हैं. हमने थोड़ा सा इसमें ऐड किया है. हम कहते हैं कि मुस्कुराइए कि हम लखनऊ में हैं, मतलब हमारे लिए मुस्कुराइए, सबके लिए. Basically, this is a great honor for me to be here at CDRI. This is not the first time you are here, but yes, this is the first time I am on stage, on dais, with all the dignitaries. So all the dignitaries on dais and all my friends who are sitting here and off dais, thank you so much for being here and actually making this program, the symposium and workshop in advance only successful. Because we are able to organize or conduct these workshops and trainings only because we get support from you all and we get requests from you all that you want this kind of training and workshops. Otherwise, it wouldn't mean anything to us. So मैं कहती हूँ जब तक सिखाने वाला हमारा फैकल्टी हमारे साथ है और पढ़ने वाले बच्चे साथ में हैं, तो हमें कोई रोक नहीं सकता कि हम इस तरह के वर्कशॉप्स ट्रेनिंग्स नहीं करें. Funds are an issue, but that too also वो ठीक हो जाते हैं क्योंकि we have vendors and we have some grants and we have friends like Mrigang, Sachin and everybody who manages to get money and we try our best. So this is a joint collaboration. And आज की दुनिया में कुछ करना हो, अगर आगे बढ़ना हो, तो collaborations are needed. Otherwise you can't go ahead with anything, everywhere you see. And I'm so proud that I am standing here today as an organizing chairperson and co-founder TETC just because I attended the first workshop in 2002 as a delegate. Believe me, if I tell you about my story in short, I wasn't ready to go for the first workshop in 2002. Dr. Arvinder Singh was in Becton Dickinson that time, and he was the one who sold a fax caliber instrument to CRI, Cancer Research Institute. And then we had this indoors workshop, and I was so excited because we were having faculties whom actually we wanted to we were just reading their papers, that's all. I was super happy that I'm going to see Scott Cram, I'm going to meet Avtar Krishnan, and I wanted to go. But then the dates were fixed, we paid the fees, and मेरी शादी की डेट आ गई फिर उसी आस पास. So what would you prefer when you are getting married? You definitely don't want to go for this kind of workshop and training. So I told my boss I don't want to go because the workshop would get over on 22nd, 18 to 22nd February. Arvinder ji sahi kar rahi hu main, pehla workshop. 18 to 22nd February in Punjab University, Chandigarh, and 27th Feb I'm getting married in Mumbai. What would I do? But then my boss told me no. Because you have committed, you have to go. And my would-be husband that time, he said, "ठीक है." If the word commitment was there in your conversation, please go. So he supported me, my family supported me, and I actually went with heavy heart and like, you know what happens, when your bosses force you to do something that you don't want to do. What do you do, right? Andar se. That's what happened with me, yeah. I was actually annoyed but then that was a blessing for me. If I wouldn't have attended that first workshop, I wouldn't have been here in front of you. So whatever I am here, and my achievements in flow cytometry, through Indo-US workshop, national workshops, college level workshops, universities workshop, I owe it to Indo-US 3 people, that is Dr. Arvinder Singh, Dr. Sopti, and Dr. Avtar Krishan. One step ahead, going to Dr. Avtar Krishan, he was the one who actually gave an opportunity to come ahead, support the local committee, organizing committee there, everywhere. So in Indo-US workshop, you get feedback for faculties, that their labs and how they are. And my feedbacks were better or good, so I was repeated. And it's here, I'm standing in front of you. So there's a beautiful journey of Indo Cytometry workshop, and today this is Silver Jubilee celebration. We did a workshop in SGPGI, we had 4 parallel workshops, we finished those 4 parallel workshops plus a CME, we were in BBAU, we did a workshop there, we completed that workshop with 137 participants there, and this is the 3rd host institute, CDRI, and what more can you expect? A Silver Jubilee celebration in such premier great institute together, and with such good collaborations and such lovely team basically. Mrigang, Sachin, Rahul, and Neeraj, we all were in quarantine since last so many months. And a lot of efforts are put into this. Best faculties, we got instruments support, vendor support, everything. So, and Dr. Avtar Krishan, we are missing him because he's not well, he's stopped coming to India. He was here in 2017, the last workshop, and we had faculties who are unable to make this year. And Dr. Avtar Krishan, we refer to him as, and with respect, we call him father of flow cytometry education in India. Believe me. Arvinder ji, I know the phase before 2002, what was flow cytometry then, and what it is now. And I think 90% of us owe everything to Dr. Avtar Krishan. Today, if we are standing here and we're collaborating here, it is just because of this Indo-US cytometry workshops and Dr. Avtar Krishan. So I respect him, and this is a beautiful thing that's happening over here. We are happy, and thanks everyone for all your support and efforts. And let's make this great. Let's interact. You're connecting right now in this community, but this is for lifelong. So I always say that today I'm standing over here. I started as a delegate, now I am here. I would request from you all, please take an effort, think of it, and you be on this side. Let us then sit and relax like Arvinder is relaxing. I would love to be there. So we would love to hand over this to you, someone from you all, to take care of TETC and such education in India. Not only flow cytometry. Education is very important, because when I was there, I know it was so difficult to get things. We never had internet, and not everyone is ready to teach you what you want to. So if you have an opportunity, just take it and crack it and go ahead. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Rekha Gaur, for also presenting a personal journey, because that makes people realize people undergo a lot of hardships, and certain times hard decisions actually turn out to be very fruitful in long run. And as she has mentioned, that this is a good opportunity. Please interact with the faculties. Please try to brush up your concepts, and of course community education. Now if you have learned something, impart it, give the training and mentoring to your colleagues, co-workers. With this, I move on to Dr. Hemant Agarwal, who's also associated with TETC. He is also currently serving as Director of Flow Cytometry Solutions Private Limited, India. He is immunologist by training and passionate about flow cytometry. Dr. Agarwal obtained his PhD in immunology from Essen, Germany. He joined the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation in USA as an associate research scientist in immunology and arthritis program. He was there for 3 years, and then after that, during that phase, he worked extensively on dendritic cells and macrophages using multicolor flow cytometry. He subsequently moved to a rheumatology department at Northwestern Memorial Hospital, Chicago, and there he worked on autoimmune disorders. He has been very mobile in his career. He has worked as application and product manager with Flojo, and he has served as scientific advisor for companies and organizations like Lab India Analyticals, Biorad, Thermo Fisher, Zydus Cadila. He has the expertise of experimental design, data acquisition, immunophenotyping, intracellular staining, self-proliferation. So you can have one-to-one interactions if you are stuck in your experiments or want help in troubleshooting. He also runs many online courses wherein he teaches or trains researchers, students, technicians, doctors across the country. He's also serving as a consultant at De Novo Software, FCS Express Software, and serves as a committee member for International Society of Advancement of Cytometry. With this, I would like to invite Dr. Agarwal.
Good morning, everyone. And it's my pleasure to be here at CSIR-CDRI. And I also welcome my guests at the dais and all the delegates and my speakers of the dais. This is a great day today that the hard work that we have done over the months to do this event here, which is our 25th Indo-US Flow Cytometry workshop at CSIR-CDRI, is taking a final shape. So as Rekhaji talked about, that how it all started back in 2002. So believe me, I was not there in 2002. I was finishing my master's, and I was not knowing even the F of flow at that time. But after that, when I went for my PhD, I'm just sharing my experience. So my boss took me in Germany to a computer and says that these dots are B cells and these dots are T cells. So I was saying, how can you say that these are B cells, these are T cells? So she said, no, this is the marker they express. So, but the background knowledge was not given to me at that time. And it took me really many weeks to understand, because I'm an MSc guy directly going outside India to do a PhD, and they throw you on a flow cytometer with all the panels and all that. So it takes time for one to understand. But that experience gave me that this is something that if I can learn, I can change the things. So what I did is that I started learning flow cytometry from my PhD days, then during my postdoctoral studies. And when the time came, why I'm sharing this all experience, because today we have a very important symposia that is on career development. So I started learning this, and I did 2 good postdocs, and I wanted to come back to India, like any other Indian who is outside wants to come back to India. So I applied. Yes, I got interview calls also. But when I went to the interviews, I realized that they do not want to hire me. I don't know the reason, but the way the interviews were taking place, they were very difficult. At one of the interviews, they asked me, after explaining flow cytometry, that the person asked me, can you please tell me how you will going to analyze one cell out of the heterogeneous population? Even after explaining the things. So I thought, this is not going to work. It's difficult. So what I can do? So I thought of making flow cytometry as my career. And this is something not very appealing to the people. People said, you have a companies here, you have a people already doing the things. So why you want to be someone who provide flow cytometry services? I said, no, let's do it. I was young, full of energy, and I decided one day, no, I'm not going to go into the job, I will make my own job. So that gave the rise to Flow Cytometry Solutions Private Limited. That's the company I had. And of course, you need the support of your real supporters. That means those who really believes in you. That's your family and your best friends. So they supported me like anything. And today we are 10 years and we are growing by each passing day. So why I shared this story with you, because when I interact with the students all over India, when I go and give lectures, they say, sir, okay, we are doing PhD, we are doing postdoc, but what is after that? What we should do? So when we were thinking about doing a symposia together with this Indo-US flow cytometry workshop, we thought of, can't we make a symposia on career development, especially for the biological students? Because that's a very big question in their life, what they're going to do. If PhD is finished, then postdoc. After postdoc, what? Because many of us only know that they are the faculty positions which are available, but if you don't get those faculty positions, then what to do? So we floated that idea. The idea was not taken very well by the ones we discussed, but the thanks to my joint organizers, Dr. Mrigang, Dr. Sachin, that they said, okay, why not? Let's have this kind of a thing, and especially Dr. Rekha. And today we are doing that symposia. And this symposia will be followed by the 2 days workshop where faculties from all over India and foreign faculty will teach you that how to approach flow cytometry in a correct way. I say how to approach correctly, because at the end of the day, there's a small difference between flow and flaw, just the difference of A and O. The flow can become flaw very easily if we are not following the right rules of flow cytometry. So I again thank you all, those who have joined for this, and I'm very sure that the speakers that we have chosen for this one-day symposia will definitely enlighten you with their experiences in the companies, in the research organizations, that how you can develop your career in coming years. So, sir, thank you so much. Thank you, organizers. Thank you, everyone, for inviting. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Agarwal, for sharing your personal story. And I see that there is one session on entrepreneurship also, and how some of you can become a scientific entrepreneur. You can get some hints from the subsequent talks. With this, I invite Dr. Mrigang Srivastav to address the audience.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lucknow, and welcome to CSIR-CDRI in particular. A very good morning to all of you, especially those of you who have traveled from faraway places in India, Trivandrum, Bhubaneswar, Delhi, Mumbai, Chandigarh. I might be missing a couple of places, Patna, Allahabad, and so many other places. So it's a great occasion for us, because this symposium is being held to mark the 25th anniversary of the Indo-US flow cytometry workshops that was started in 2002, as my colleagues have already said. I'm also very honored to have Dr. Naibedya Chattopadhyay, who is the senior most faculty member in CSIR-CDRI, to grace this occasion, and of course Rekha ji and Hemant to have traveled from different places. They have come to CDRI, not only to CDRI rather, they have been here for almost now about 10 days in Lucknow. The workshop was organized at 4 different places: SGPGI, BBAU, CDRI is the 3rd leg of the workshop, and the 4th one would be KGMU, and that starts tomorrow. Each of these places have a different program. The BBAU was pretty basics for the beginners. The SGPGI was more of the clinical flow cytometry. CDRI covers basics to intermediate and to, of course, high-end sorting. And the King George's Medical University will be having modules related to cell sorting. So I'm very happy to have you all here. Today's symposium actually is on career development, and I really would like all the research scholars who are starting their careers in CDRI or in different academic and research organizations in India to please take it seriously. You know, we are a country that is overpopulated. Opportunities are less, the numbers of applicants are more. So there is always an intense competition. So this symposium, I hope, would guide you in the do's and don'ts, how to apply for a postdoc, how to plan for it, how to make a good and appealing curriculum vitae or a resume. And I am very happy that we have some very, very eminent speakers who would guide you through the whole day and how you really approach your career, especially when you finish a PhD from India, you know. And I am very, very happy that I had such a wonderful team to support me in all this organizing. Sachin, Rahul, Bidyut, Anil, Manoj, Kumar, PN, and of course my own lab, Baisakhi. I mean, they were all there all the time to support this. And the only message that I want to say is, this is for you. It is not for us, actually. We have been, I mean, most of us on the stage or in my friends in the audience and the senior scientists who are here, I mean, we all have a position, whether in CDRI or different organization. So this workshop is actually for you. This symposium is actually for you. Interact with the galaxy of speakers that we have, and of course, interact with the wonderful faculties that would be taking the wet labs tomorrow. Most of you have opted for both the symposium and the workshop, and I hope that you would learn something. I know, I mean, there are some beginners in the audience. There are some intermediate level trainings you have for flow, and some of the students also know flow cytometry pretty well. But nevertheless, it is an opportunity to learn. We have been learning so long, and not only I like flow cytometry because my lab does it, but the technology is so beautiful, it is very close to my heart, and that is why this has been done. So I once again welcome you all to CSIR-CDRI. Hope you have a comfortable stay. Those of you who are staying in the CDRI guest house, have a comfortable stay. I hope you will also find some time to enjoy the city of Lucknow, also known as the city of Nawabs. It's known for its cuisines, its culture, its literature, its architecture, and everything. You have good shopping malls, you can go. You have old Lucknow's, what we call as the old Lucknow or the old city, okay? I would want those of you who are coming to Lucknow should also find some time to visit the city. And with this, I welcome you all once again. And I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for bringing this event here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrigank. He has very rightly pointed out that it is important that we keep upskilling ourselves. And as new technologies are coming up, we should be open to employing them in our research questions. And of course, basics are very important. So I hope during the workshop, you guys interact and brush up your basics and learn how to apply these basics in your fundamental research. We come towards the end, and before we end, I request Nabete to come to the dais and address the audience.
Good morning. This is for the first time I am personally getting involved with this kind of endeavor of this workshop, which actually operating at a really grand scale for 25 years. I mean, this is a Silver Jubilee edition. That is not a very small feat. To have this momentum, I do want and wish that this momentum continues, it is spread, and it benefits more and more youngsters, the future researchers of the country. And with this wish, I declare this symposium open and let the flow begin again. Thank you.
I request everybody to stand up and come close to the center so that we can have a group photograph. एक combine photo पहले ले लीजिए, फिर उसके बाद. Yeah, yeah, just I was at Munshin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Germany वाला बहुत मिलेंगे आपको. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Neeti.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you
no,
so
no,
much.
yeah,
Thank you,
please.
thank you. Please come.
Yeah, I'll come.
Giri, Giri.
I now see bright and beautiful faces. I think they are all charged up for next. I, so you are all invited to join at high tea.